was something that the team had, quote, 100% nothing to do with. So, Shannon, what do you make all this?
He's lying. This is a really bad look, Skip. I played for Mike Shanahan from 1995 to 1999 and 2002 to 03. And he had the kind of control Bill Belichick has. Nothing that was football related happened without Mike Shanahan's blessing. Zero. Coach Belichick would have you believe that somebody hired an independent film crew to chart behind to do your jobs, and each week it's a different person that's doing his job to help the Patriots best achieve their ultimate goal, get to and win the Super Bowl by doing their job. That's what Coach Belichick would have you believe. So this is a rogue individual. Skip Bayless, how many times have you ever seen a Patriot player dive with the ball in his hand towards the end zone? You've never seen it because Coach Belichick understands that there's more risk than good that can come from that. Coach Belichick had a route, Skip, when we talked about it yesterday, when Tom Brady threw the ball to Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman then threw the ball to Amendola for a touchdown. But what they had done is that they violated the spirit of the rule. They had players that had ineligible numbers lined up as eligible, and players that have eligible numbers lined up as ineligible.
And that loophole got closed.
And it got closed. So Coach Belichick knows everything.
Yep.
Skip Bailey, now, it's hard for me to believe that this videographer, this video company came from outside the Boston area. The Boston area. So what they are very everybody. I guarantee you, ask anybody at the age of 18 or older, what is Spygate, they can tell you. So that you want me to believe that this independent videographers, that's what they want you to believe, they're independent, Skip, didn't know this? Now, Skip, because here's what happened now. Diana Rossini's reporting, a source told her that the Bengals employee who was watching the videographer, cameraman, identified himself as a Robert Kraft employee. The Bengals employee kept an eye on the monitor, and the Bengals coaches and staff on the sideline was shot for the entire first quarter. That's what she's reporting.
Okay.
Skip, in a 2015 interview, story about Deflategate and Spygate, videographers were told to wear credentials that said Kraft Productions. And if they were taping or found themselves questioned, tell them that they were filming for a team show. The videographer said, Skip, when he flagged the Bengals employee, he flagged media relations. They said that Bengals security interviewed the Kraft videographer. The tape was, and this was also taped, and the cameraman asked, could the footage be deleted and it all be forgotten? Skip, let me ask you a question. Okay, I go in and I stick up a bank. I get me a couple of thousand, 100,000, whatever I get, Skip, and I'm driving.
I hope you get more than that.
No, Skip, you know there's only so much you can get. You got to get it beside the register because all the other stuff going to have down it. It's going to explode in the car. No, I'm just saying, Skip, I just heard. I don't know if it's true. So I get this money, and I'm driving away.
Feeling good.
I hear sirens. I go take the money back. Look here, I'm bringing you the money back. Can we all forget this all happened? Skip, why you...
Well, you have to offer the officers some, right?
Yeah.
No, I just want to get the... Can you not press charges on me? Skip, if he thought he did nothing wrong, why would you want to erase the footage? You've done nothing wrong. Skip, you know this. You know how bad this looked. Why would Coach... Again, this happened. Josh McDaniels lost his job in Denver because he said the very videographer that did this on the original Spygate, he had him in Denver. They tried to take the 49ers walkthrough in London.
They did.
And guess what the guy said? I'm rogue.
Yeah.
When do you know, Coach Belichick, to have a rogue operative of all this? But you see what they're trying to do, and everybody's trying to get out from under this because this is what people haven't given the Patriots the credit that the Patriots feel they deserve because this thing of Spygate is hovering around. And although they say, well, Coach Belichick, who benefited the most from the learned signals and the tendencies of a defense? Who benefited the most? Who has the ball the most in their hands, Skip Bayless? This is an awful look. I was told from a very, very reliable source, Skip, that the original Spygate was 10 times worse than what the NFL ever said. And Commissioner Goodell said, destroy those tapes. Those tapes are not to leave that building.
Yep.
And they destroyed everything.
They did.
Without even seeing it. Now, when have you ever known cops to destroy it? Skip, you going to destroy evidence without seeing it? You're investigating this. You want to get to the bottom of this. So you're going to take their word for it. And people will say, well, why are they taping a 1-12 team? Well, the team that they got busted for, his second lieutenant, which is Eric Mangini, they finished the season at 4-12. So what this goes to show you, your record does not matter. I'm trying to gain tendencies of what you do. Because if you go back, Skip, and listen to Do Your Job, Coach Belichick is looking at the sidelines from the Super Bowl, and he said, where is he standing? Where is Sean McVay standing? Because where he stands give you tendencies on what he might or might not call or do. How do you learn that, Skip? This is a bad look. But let me tell you what should happen.
Yes.
If it's proven that they tape this, Coach Belichick's got to go.
Well, I think it's proven they taped it.
No.
Just,
Because see what he's trying to.
He had knowledge of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way to say he did not, Skip. He's got to go.
So you're saying he should be fired over this?
The NFL should. Coach Mr. Kraft won't fire him, but the NFL should remove him. Wow. This is a terrible look. Given that you've already, Skip, you lost draft picks. 250. The team was fined $500,000, and you did it again. You know you can't take the sideline of the coaches.
That's a strong statement you just made. Bill Belichick should be removed from.
Yes.
The job. Okay, I'm at conflict here. I'm at cross purposes because every time in our history together on this show that you have brought up Bill Belichick as the greatest coach ever, I either cringe or I fight back. It's hard for me to even consider him that because of his reputation. He has scoundrel in him.
Yes.
He has from the start.
Yes.
Remember, I'm going to go all the way back to the first two Super Bowls after the 01 season, 02 season. Rams, Panthers. Executives from each of those teams publicly accused the Patriots of videotaping their walkthroughs the Saturday ahead of those two Super Bowls.
Correct.
Which obviously the Patriots won both.
Correct.
And again, nothing was ever validated or verified or proven. But even Marty Herney, who was then the GM of the Panthers, had a radio show after he left his job. And he publicly said, I absolutely have proof that they did this to us. Then we come to Spygate first. And you know and I know what happened. You just detailed it. And it was just the worst. He was caught red-handed because he got the whistle blown on him by a chip off the old block. Our man Eric Mangini, who was then the new head coach of the Jets. Correct. And the story goes that he called Bill the week before they were about to play and said, Bill, you do it to everybody. Just please don't do it to me.
The thing, Bill, I know that thing that you do. That was his words. I know that little thing that you do. Just don't do it to us. And what did he say? F you. I'm doing it to you.
I think he didn't say a word. He just did it.
Exactly.
And Eric
so, in
said,
other words,
okay, F you.
Thank you.
I'm making a call on Monday morning to the league office, and here they went.
Well, they caught him red-handed because they were doing it at the game that Sunday.
They caught him. Yep, you're right. Which brings us to Deflategate, and I will go to my grave saying Tom Brady was telling the truth about he didn't know, but I've always been a little suspicious of his head coach who called a press conference on the Saturday between weeks of the Super Bowl.
What did he say?
And remember, he said, I know nothing, basically.
Ask Tom.
Ask the QB.
Ask the quarterback.
And what did he say on this, Skip? I don't know anything about it. I heard something about it. All I know is that all I get an opportunity to do is see the finished product. Really?
So, again, I think if somehow the footballs were illegally deflated, I think he knows all, sees all, and had something to do with issuing the order that got passed down through the ranks, and whichever one of those guys took the balls in the bathroom or whatever happened.
Skip, what's so hard for me to come to grips with? A team that's so meticulous that everybody toes the line. They say the same thing. It's almost like Gattaca. Everybody dresses the same. They walk the same. They toe the line. But these employees that's not football related, they're willing to go rogue. They're willing to go it alone, be these lone wolves, and do things that they know Coach Belichick. Skip, do you believe that Coach Belichick will get a guy? Skip, Chandler Jones was the best defensive lineman he's had since Richard Seymour. Chandler Jones had one incident where he did something and Coach Belichick got him up out of there. Coach Belichick does not play. He does not do lone wolves. He doesn't do anything that would, if you do something that might cause shame on the organization, he'll get you up out of there. Now, if you did something for somebody else's organization, he said, I'll give you a chance. You didn't do that for us. Skip, this is a horrible look for the 100-year anniversary. The guy that they're naming these 100 greatest players. They're going to have the 100 greatest coaches and all this. And this dumps in the lap of the NFL?
Okay, so now I'm going to address what you call what should be a job costing violation.
Yes.
I'm going to read again what the Patriots said. We understand and acknowledge that our video crew, which included an independent contractor who shot the video, unknowingly violated a league policy. So they're saying, yes, we're caught red-handed, but we had no idea, and that it was innocent in its approach because they needed the video because the episode, it's for Do Your Job,
Yes.
which they post on the website.
Right.
It's a web series.
Yes.
That it's going to be the life and times of an advanced scout.
Okay.
What is your life like? What's Sunday like?
goes into it?
So they went through proper channels to get credentials from the Cleveland Browns. because
Correct.
It was Cincinnati at Cleveland.
Correct.
And they went up in the press box as a crew. And I read yesterday, at least one of the members of the crew was wearing a New England, some kind of T-shirt
Yes.
or sweatshirt or something.
Yes.
So they were readily identified
Right.
as those are from New England.
Right.
So it's hard for me to believe that they would so brazenly be up in the press box doing something that's technically illegal, and they wouldn't even, they'd be trying to hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe
Not
that they
me.
were really doing
Skip,
this.
think about it. Eric Mangini said, Skip, okay, Skip, you and I been part.